For as long as there have been humans, a 4-year-old child has learned to navigate the world by mirroring the people in their immediate environment. They watch how a parent handles a tool, listen to how a sibling solves a problem, and copy those movements until they become their own. But the generation being born right now is entering a demographic anomaly. They will be the first group of humans to grow up without a single memory of a world where artificial intelligence didn't exist. There is now a third entity in the nursery. It's always available, it never needs to sleep, and it responds to every curiosity with total, unshakable confidence. A child's brain distinguishes between a static toy and a dynamic person based on how the environment reacts to them. When a system provides grammatically perfect, real-time interaction, the developing mind struggles to keep it in the object category. The child isn't just using a tool, they are consulting an authority. To a mind that is still forming, the software registers as a source of truth. This authority is built on specific, programmed traits. AI delivers information instantly, without the pauses or linguistic filler that humans use when they are thinking. When there is no friction or hesitation in a response, a child's brain interprets that speed as accuracy. The absence of doubt in the machine's voice creates the illusion that the information is beyond question. Because the system is designed to project this level of certainty, a child naturally begins to defer to the machine's confidence, even when it contradicts their own developing observations. Compare that to the experience of learning from a human. Parents get tired. They get distracted. Their answers are often delayed by the weight of a long day. Eventually, a parent will have to say, "I don't know." In that moment, the child sees a gap. They turn back to the AI, which fills that gap with a polished, instantaneous answer. Subconsciously, the child begins to compare the two sources. They are evaluating which one provides the most reliable path to the information they want. This creates a confidence paradox. As the machine's output appears more capable, the scale tips. Human uncertainty looks like a system failure. The brain builds a pattern. It categorizes human hesitation as an error, rather than a natural learning process. The danger is that children are being conditioned to view human vulnerability as a defect. They are learning to prefer the simulation of perfection over the reality of being human. AI can provide a million answers, but it possesses no lived experience. It can offer knowledge, but it lacks the judgment that comes from actually existing in the physical world. A chatbot can describe the sensation of empathy with perfect vocabulary, but it faces no consequences for its words. It has no skin in the game. For previous generations, this distinction was obvious because we remembered a time before the simulation. But for the first AI generation, there is no historical baseline for comparison. Without that reference point, the simulated answer becomes the primary reality. The child accepts the output of the code as the final word on how the world works. Human values like empathy and patience aren't data points that can be downloaded. They are developed through the friction of real relationships, through the difficult process of resolving a misunderstanding or making a mistake. When we replace those messy human interactions with the efficiency of an AI, we lose the practice required to build those values. The interaction is smoother, but the growth is thinner. We rely on that shared struggle to build trust. If we outsource our early learning to a machine that never makes a mistake, we risk losing the ability to cooperate with people who do. This technology isn't going away. Attempting to shield children from AI entirely is likely impossible in a world that is already built on it. Instead, the focus shifts to systemic skepticism. We must train the mind to place a filter between the AI's answer and our acceptance of it. What happens when children are taught to verify the machine's certainty before believing it, where they learn to question the system rather than just reacting to it? This is the central challenge of the cognitive cage. We are currently navigating invisible systems that are designed to be trusted without question. Recognizing those patterns is the first step toward deciding how we want to live alongside them. So I'm curious, do you think the next generation will trust the people in their lives or the systems that always have the answer? Scroll down and let us know what you think. If this made you look at these interactions differently, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell to see what we're decoding next.